Earlier this year, I went from this to this, and here are the 3 things I did to build lean muscle fast. My name is Carl, I'm an athlete and performance coach, and the first thing I did was to stick to a program and track my progress. Now, even though I'm a person who has consistently been in the gym over the past 5-6 years, I would always kind of wing it, and I find a lot of athletes do this as well. You have a good idea of exactly what it is that you want to do in the gym, so you turn up, you don't necessarily track your weights or your progress, but in your head, you're telling yourself, oh, I'm just gonna do a little bit heavier than last week. Oh, I know I wanna do back today, I'm gonna throw together some movements. And I was doing this for quite a while, and it was working for maintaining, but it wasn't really helping me to take the step up that I needed. Funny enough, it was only when I started working with clients and I started programming for them and tracking their workouts on a week-to-week basis, I was like, I deserve this kind of treatment too. So when I started applying that same principle to myself is when I was really able to see increases with my progressive overload and started to see a lot more gains in my workouts. Second thing I did was to increase my protein intake. Now, I didn't go crazy, and here is an area that I probably could have tracked a little bit better, but instead of eating 3 eggs, for instance, I just ate 4. Instead of having something like a fruit bowl for dinner, I would just have some quinoa and tuna. So just a little bit more attention to the amount of protein that I was taking in. I was already doing a pretty decent level, and I just took it to the next level, added 1 protein shake per day. The third thing I did was to start taking creatine. Now, creatine was coming up all over my awareness. I'm sure you saw it a lot over the last year as well. And after doing my own research and implementing it in my own nutrition habits, I was able to see a decrease in fatigue. Now, I wouldn't necessarily feel less tired, but I felt like whenever I turned up to the gym, I had access to more energy to push and go harder in my workouts. And so that allowed me to progressively overload a lot faster, lifting heavier weights in that 8 to 12 rep zone so that I could build muscle more efficiently. I must say that I started from a very good level in terms of the knowledge of which workouts to do, as well as having my sleep and nutrition quite dialed in the other areas of my life. So just applying these small tweaks allowed me to see some big gains in a small amount of time. I do work with other athletes to help them to implement these things in their life. So if this is something that you're interested in, feel free to reach out to me in the DMs. And if you have any questions on anything, feel free to drop them in the comments down below.